What's up, everybody? Welcome to HotMakes right here on HotMakes Live. I am Nerdy J, also known as Jim from the Edge of Tech, and this, my friends, is
Nerdy
Caleb,
J, also known as Jim from the Edge of Tech.
Caleb, producer, video editor extraordinaire, right here across a bunch of channels tonight. Just a heads up, we are kind of everywhere. StreamYard has a feature now that guests can stream to their channels, and we have a freaking amazing guest tonight. We have Willow Creative with us, and I mean, she's been with us before, and I'm super pumped to talk about all the new cool stuff and that's going on with her and the projects and some other fun stuff that maybe you guys didn't know about. So we're so excited about that. I am very distracted all of a sudden because I have her channel up and I was watching to see how it worked on YouTube. I think we're live on Twitter and
Justin's
we're live
telling me to
on
do
my
something.
channel.
I don't know if that's him telling me to actually move or say something, or if that's him saying that something's wrong and he needs help. Or that I need to fix something.
I love it. And we got people commenting, hi Willow. So perfect. I was just gonna say, if you comment, so we'll ask her when she comes in, because this is the first time we've done this. Is she able to comment to her channels in the background? Because that would be awesome.
That would be cool. I know that well, no, look, yep. Look at that. Right there.
There you go.
There we go.
Phenomenal. I don't know if she's typing it in StreamYard or if she's typing it on her channel, but we'll find out when she jumps in. But yeah, we got an awesome stream. I already spoiled it. We got Willow with us. We are so pumped to have her back. And
we're streaming on her channel. Did you just say we spoiled it?
Yeah. Oh yes. Spoiler alert. We're on your channel.
Okay.
All right. Heads up. Just a couple quick things. Let's see. As always, in the description, somewhere down here on our stuff, if you're watching on any of our channels, hit that link, donate something if you want to the PayPal. Feel free. If you're not watching on channels, you're watching on Willow's channels, hook her up because she's awesome. She deserves it. I just want to make sure that's out there. I have no idea how the descriptions went or anything in her stuff.
This is
so
a brand new
the first time.
We didn't know about it until today. So
we probably should watch that stuff. Also, 1 month away, actually 1 month and like 3 days away, roughly. Rocky Mountain Rep Festival. You know what, we were gonna split that off into like a spoiler alert or
that thing down there.
Yeah, right? That thing. That Rocky Mountain Rep Festival, 1 month from today. It's in Colorado, in Loveland, Colorado. We're going to go. We're going to have a lot of fun, as seen in a video recently. They've invited us out and they asked me to MC the weekend, which is crazy, by the way. Justin and the team are with us. We're at 1,127 tickets for Rimmer. That is phenomenal for a first-year event. So keep that up.
Isn't the goal something like 1,500 too? So we're getting close.
Yeah, 1,500 or 1,800. But hey, by the way, let's go to 2,000. And if you go and you're in the area or you can get there, it's free to attend. All you have to do is get there. I know I had some people reach out and say, thank you for posting your video, because we had no idea this was going on. So spread the word, spread the love, share that video, get it out there further, because there's a lot of people that have no idea this is going to happen.
We're gonna do live episode of HotMakes while we're there too, and I think we're just gonna figure out who the guests are, like on the spot with multiple guests. So it could be an opportunity to just kind of like jump in the background, like a newscast, and somebody's acting a fool in the background. You know,
I'm telling you, it's gonna be Jimmy on the street or something. I'm just gonna run around
live on location.
It is gonna be crazy, and we're just gonna have a bunch of fun. Oh boy, yeah. Well, it makes them softer that way. Battle cry. There's so many chats. Yes, there is. So let's see. We're gonna keep rolling. Hey, don't forget, if you haven't heard about this yet, Thangs is doing a contest currently that at Brian Vines, the real Sam Prentice, not the fake one, and I are all judges on, and it's a P1P contest for Bambu Labs P1P. And that's Bambu Lab 'S, not Bambu Labs, because I hear so many people calling it Bambu Labs, and it's not. It's Bambu Lab. Anyways, long story short, we have the P1P contest. So all you have to do is design something cool, remix something cool, and throw it up there. And don't forget to tag, because you want to make sure you tag. It's a little bit further down. Actually, I have some cool stuff. What? Yeah, there you go. There you go.
What are we doing?
So it's super cool. Design something, throw it up there, and you have a chance to win some really awesome prizes. John over at Thangs is really doing some awesome things over there and asked us to judge. Yeah, there's some cool stuff here. I'm going to jump on the mine real quick, Caleb.
Yep.
And boom. And here's some stuff that's being submitted. So it's hashtag Thangs Bamboo Contest. You can see it up here, and it's in the rules too. Actually, we'll put the rules in the description and we'll post them just in case if you guys haven't seen this yet. But for instance,
I'm just gonna pop the link to this page, the whole page.
Nice.
In the description.
There you go. So what is this? Oh, this is all the different parts. I was like, what are we looking at? So there's a whole bunch of parts on this one. I wanted to see like a finished product, but apparently, is there pictures? Come on. Oh. I don't see wait. Community uploads. Boom. Yeah, we're professionals. So this is called the Shield. That's pretty cool. It's a green and black enclosure. It looks like this person came up with. By the way, I love the colors. I love the whole design's pretty cool. Anyways, you can jump on here. There's the panda. I love the idea of a panda enclosure, by the way.
I changed it. Sorry, I was distracted. What do you got? Oh, a panda?
That's a panda enclosure, yeah.
Oh, it's like a
but there's some
panda.
Right. There's some really cool stuff. There's poop chutes, garbage chutes. There's all sorts of crazy designs that are going to be on here. And Sam, Brian Vines, and I are going to have some fun judging this. So jump in there. There's still time to do that. So jump in, get your design in there.
There was a Raspberry Pi thing on there, and that reminded me. I am surprised, or maybe just disconnected, because I didn't see anybody doing anything fun like Raspberry Pi related for Pi Day last week.
There was definitely a bunch of Pi Day stuff. I had Pi.
Was there? Okay, I'm just disconnected then. I don't know what I'm talking about. Carry on.
I had Pi. It was good. Anyways, all right. Well, but yeah, check out the contest. Super awesome. You want to enter as fast as you can because it's almost over. So get in there. Your chance to win a P1P and a bunch of other really cool prizes. So spread the word on that too, because I know a lot of you guys are awesome designers out there. I'm
excited.
Whoa. There's more stuff that Justin's posting, but I tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. We are all over Willow's channel, so we need to get her in right away. I'm gonna have some amazing conversation here because we learned some really cool stuff about Willow behind the scenes, and she's so pumped to talk to us about it. Also, in the chat, she's like so many chats. That means a whole bunch of people are watching, which we love. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All the way from, I'll tell you where she's from in a little bit, but Willow Creative, how you doing?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Nice to see you.
So I think last time you were on, we talked about this. Your real name's not Willow, but you said we could call you Willow because that was easier, I think. Yeah. So is that still good? Are we still good with Willow?
You could call me Willow, or Mary is also all right.
Mary, that's okay. There we go. I knew it was something really
creative.
tough.
How about that?
Yeah. That works.
Creative.
So welcome back. It's been a while, at least a year.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think I built my Savatun last time yet. I'm not sure when it was.
Last time you were on, were we still?
I was still in the Netherlands. I think I'm in Florida now, so that's been at least a year. Like I think.
Yeah,
awesome.
I think when we talked to you last, you were building the wolf, like the face for the wolf, and showing us how the mechanism worked and all that. That's how long
that project has been around for quite a while. Like I started that like 3 years ago, but like every year I've done like an improvement on it, so it changed a little bit every year.
I don't know that it was completed though. I think we just saw the inner workings of the mask helmet, but I don't think we saw the finished one. I think we talked about the finished one in later episodes.
Yeah, that was 2021 Halloween. I completed it. It was a little like I had to work on it really fast to get it completed for Halloween and get like the recordings and photo shoot out and everything. So I was working on it for a really long time, and then the last 2 weeks it was bam, it's there, and then it just kind of goes over everyone's head.
It is episode 140 of HotMakes show, so it's very possible it was 2021 when we talked to you last. So
we
kind of glossed over this before we go any further. I know everybody on your stuff knows who you are, but can you let us know real quick, like who you are, where you're from, what do you do, and that kind of thing, and then we'll jump into everything else, just in case someone is wondering who is Willow Creative.
Absolutely. So I'm a cosplayer or costume maker from the Netherlands. I've been doing this for about a decade, I think. And for cosplay, mostly I do like video games and popular game shows and MMOs. And over the last 10 years, I've explored a lot of different techniques. I got into 3D printing about 4 years ago. And 3D printing is just really awesome for costume making, since you're basically making a prototype every time you start a project. And 3D printing is really perfect for that, especially because I could combine it with my 3D modeling degree or college that I was following at the time. I'm graduated now, and I went costume making full time. I make all sorts of 3D printed masks and cosplays for video game companies, but also for my own shop. And yeah, that's what I do now. I used to do this in the Netherlands. I moved to Florida last year, and now I'm doing this in Florida. Really.
Well, spoiler alert, you're in the US now, which
makes it a lot easier.
It makes it much easier. I think last time we were on, we pre-recorded because because of the time difference. And well, welcome for number one. Welcome to Florida, where it's probably pretty warm and humid right now.
It's pretty comfortable right now.
Yeah, is it?
Speaking of last time we recorded, while you were giving your intro, I looked it up. I could not find a previous episode with Willow on the HotMakes channel. So it was before we moved on to the HotMakes channel, when we were still doing it exclusively on the Edge of Tech channel. And that was episode 47, 2 years ago. So almost exactly 100
episodes ago. Yeah, I knew it was like something about 2021. Yeah, exactly.
So almost exactly like you said, almost exactly 100 episodes ago. That would have been crazy. I wish we would have paid attention. We could have done like 100 episode, like,
Well, no, so I do. That does raise a question that I had for you, though, which is these costumes are so intricate and take so much time to put together, whether it's hard armor stuff or whether it's the fuzzy hairy stuff. What does that look like long term for like maintenance and keeping it up?
Yeah, it depends a lot, because like I don't wear my costumes very often, because like the werewolf costume was made 2 years ago. I've worn it maybe 2 or 3 times, and besides that, it just gets like aired out, cleaned out, nicely freshened up, and then it gets packaged away or like disassembled in some way. I actually disassembled my animatronic wings the other day, because like if I keep the feathers on too long, it's gonna get deformed and it sags and it gets dusty and all that stuff.
So do you have to take each individual feather off?
Yeah, so I hook like the small feathers, they're all like sewn to a blanket, so it's really easy to take off.
Oh, okay.
And like the big feathers, they're all like hooked in individually, so I just take them out, flatten them, and iron them, and then like wrap them up. And then only the frame is left, basically, and then so that keeps them nice. And yeah, honestly, I don't really keep my costumes for a very long time. They either get sold or disassembled or reused in some kind of way. And yeah,
otherwise you'd end up with a whole extra room that's just storage.
It's not gonna work.
or storage unit. That's
yeah. I'm also the kind of person that doesn't really wear old costumes anymore, because like I keep making new stuff, so everyone wants to see the new exciting costume, and for myself it's also more exciting to wear new projects instead of an old one.
So you sometimes you sell the old ones. Do you then use that money to fund new costumes then? Just kind of like
sometimes. Awesome. I don't really keep track of the budget anymore, because also I get like income from other from my shop and from other video game companies that also hire me to make their costumes. So like the budget is fluctuating, and just like it gets thrown into one big pot, and then I see where it goes.
That's awesome. You made so last year you made Castiel. I think it was last year, right? You made the Castiel with the big wings that came out and then they moved, right?
Yeah.
Thumbnail.
Do you still have that?
Yeah, so like I said, I actually took off the feathers last week because they started sagging, and I got the frame in the garage here right now. So maybe I'll reuse it, make some white wings or something. I had that in mind, but it's been a little busy trying to get that stuff started.
And that was a huge build. And so you said you moved to Florida last year. You're here in the US now, and you have a new place. We talked a little bit before the show, and you kind of wanted to show off your makerspace a little. Do you want to
Yeah,
kind of show
absolutely.
that?
Let me just grab my laptop and show you guys around a little bit. So I got
Oh,
like a little craft corner here.
Surprise, Caleb. I don't think you were on when we talked about this.
Okay.
I was
A
not.
little craft corner here,
Yeah.
a little sewing table that I made.
Is that a random werewolf just laying there?
Yeah, because like I'm working. A lot of people love the werewolf.
Yeah.
They really, really want to make like their own or get their own.
Sure.
So I got like a design going here because this is like the base part of
That's
the werewolf.
awesome.
So
And
good.
I'm trying to get like a suitable design going so people can make their own werewolf.
Oh, that's
Which would
cool.
be
Okay, so
awesome.
the little stems that are sticking out are so that you can get lights in there but still be able to see.
Yeah, this is for
cool.
like, because like it has the moving eyelids. They go around the eyes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you need to be able to fit the eyes inside without gluing it to the moving eyelids.
So,
like
So
that.
it has
That's
like
cool.
stems to get the eyes on there. And the
New
stems are
solutions,
also.
new problems.
So yeah,
Ethan-
let me just. So I got like a nice garage here. I also got a
yeah.
workshop in my backyard, but it's not ready yet. So I'm using the
That's
garage at the
awesome.
moment.
Weren't you? I think last time we talked to you, I know that was 2 years ago, but you were short on space to work on things, weren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I got a really big garage now, so look
Yep.
at that.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Big ass garage and then,
Fantastic.
like, a workbench.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, me too.
You got a whole
It's-
studio, dude.
Printers.
Well, yeah, but that's way more organized than mine.
You still can't put
Oh,
things in your
I
garage.
got
She's
like
got the-
my storage behind there. So
Oh, those
Yeah.
okay.
And
Those are
those
your
are the
giant
deltas that you modified
yeah,
yourself,
so
right?
I got like this
Yeah.
big ass delta. It's working on one of my Warglaves right now, and I got the Delta Effelson V400
Yep.
like a month ago. I've been really happy with that one, and yeah, I had to make some orders to get these started.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. And we learned the last time you were on that you modified those printers yourself for the height.
Yes, absolutely. So like
so
you
that
can
was
see
pretty
the height
awesome.
difference on that
Yeah.
big one in the corner there.
Yeah,
The other one is actually on a
on a pedestal.
yeah, it's one of those nightstands, so it's kind
Sure.
of cheating to kind of get the same
The
height.
yes. Someone Ed C. Wait, someone said, "Oh, Ricky S. Like many of us, the garage is not for cars." Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
No, I moved in with a roommate quite a few years ago when I was in college, and he was also a costume maker. And when we moved in together, we moved into a house both at the same time. I didn't like move into his house or he into mine, and we both agreed. We made a pact when we moved in that no car will ever see the inside of the garage. That's not what it's for.
Yeah. Vehicles belong in the driveway. I thought garages were for parking cars. Old curmudgeon, absolutely not.
Yeah, so all the dirty stuff goes in the
ban-
garage, and like the sewing
banning
stuff is behind me.
Yeah.
So.
Vehicles belong in the driveway. Yeah, everybody's.
It's a little annoying because it's Florida, and leaving your cars in the driveway is questionable. So
Yeah,
I am because like the workshop in the backyard, it's about the size of a 2-car garage as well.
What?
So yeah,
That's awesome.
I think I can see it.
Tripod says no cars in his garage. That's
No,
right.
it's
Yes.
not the one. It's the one behind.
Yeah, I
there.
see the.
Oh, yeah.
Not
gray
the red one. It's like the white one behind that next to it. You can't.
It's
really
so
see it.
cool that you
Nice.
have your own place, your own house, and you have
Absolutely,
a really
it's
awesome
perfect.
workshop in
Yeah.
the back. That's going to
I
be
think I can,
really
yeah,
cool.
there you can see it's right there.
So with the
Nice.
costumes you make and the fact that you don't have cars in the garage and that's where you make a lot of your stuff, would you say it's a monster garage?
Yeah, kind of.
Ha-
Well, I got the monster hats here, so.
Oh
Fantastic.
man,
Do you remember
got
that show?
one?
Do you remember
Yeah.
that show?
Oh, I
Jim?
remember that show. Yeah, and I
I
remember
don't,
the one with
I have
Jesse
no
James?
idea.
yeah, Jesse James, and he
Yeah.
brought in teams of mechanics, and they had a random project that they had to build. I think it was actually 2 teams had to build or something like that.
Yeah.
And
And
then
it was always like a competition to like make
Yeah.
a car something that it shouldn't
yeah, then it
necessarily be.
shouldn't
Like
be.
the one I
That's
remember
really
is that they took a VW Beetle and they like filled it with foam and then put a big fan on the back and turned it into like a boat, a hoverboat
A
kind of thing.
hovercraft.
Yeah, there was
The
one that
other
was like
one-
a car that was a lawnmower. Like
Yeah, I remember that one.
yeah,
And the other one was I don't know if you ever remember Monster House. Same thing, but a group
No.
of builders. They came to a house, whatever house was selected, and they had a theme, and they had to turn this house into whatever, like all this crazy stuff in these houses. But but that's, I mean, it's so cool that you're in the US. You have some amazing space now, which is something like Caleb said you didn't have before.
I'll be having this space for a while, so that's really nice.
So we had a couple quick
up everything.
questions. Chris from Belgium says, where does the name Willow Creative come from?
That's a good one. Okay, so the people that have been following me for like a long time, they knew that I still am. I did a lot of RuneScape back in the day, and my RuneScape username was based on the fact that I was like chopping willow trees in RuneScape at the time. So that's where Willow comes from.
Fantastic.
And yeah, I just tagged creative to the back of it because Willow cosplay didn't sound right. I like to diversify my crafts every once in a while. It's not just cosplay anymore. Honestly, I do a lot of different stuff. Especially back then, I was still like into a lot of different things. I was making plushies. I was making like custom onesies and blankets, and I don't know what else. And I was doing like I was doing like crocheting and stuff actually. And drawing and all that stuff. So I use creative instead of cosplays. And
I need a custom Willow Creative onesie. I will wear. Yes.
I still get emails from people that find like old pictures of my onesies. They're like adult onesies, by the way. They weren't for like the babies, but they were like
Jim's needs to have like a button flap on the back.
I have actually had like requests for button flaps back in the day. I didn't do it.
Well, I want it like full werewolf head for the you pull up the hood, but it's like the werewolf head.
No, I used that. I made like Digimon and Pokemon onesies.
So good.
Like,
can you make one where when he pulls the hood up over his head, it has like fabric on the top that looks like his long curly hair, like on the hood?
Yeah, perfect. I'll make
or it makes me look
like
better.
Really long, like dog ears or something.
Yeah.
The bunny
like, the curly dogs.
From a Christmas
like
store.
The curly dogs.
I love it, like a Lopsa Opsa or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, every once in a while, I still get an email from someone who found like a really old picture of one of my onesies, and they really wanted that character, and they email me like, "Hey, do you still make these?" And I'm like,
so
"No,
good.
sorry, I don't."
We have another one. What from Ed C? What made you move to the USA?
My partner is based in Florida or from Florida. He had a work permit in the Netherlands. And just because of our situation, it ended up being a better option to move to Florida and pursue both our careers here. So that's awesome. That worked out really well for us, and especially like the Florida housing market is a lot less expensive than in the Netherlands right now.
Really?
It's I just needed a lot of extra space, and like the Netherlands is small, so if you want to get like a lot of extra space there, it's getting expensive.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So that's the perfect. That was the perfect reason for us to go here and get a lot of space here. Really.
That is awesome.
I'm just now we can get you to come to Remurf.
Oh yeah, what are you doing in a month? We gotta. We have and if you ever been to Denver, Colorado, I don't know if you have been there or not. But Denver's super easy to fly to, like all the major airports or airlines usually fly into Denver. But Remurf is it's a rep fest, basically a big giant 3D printing get together.
It's the rep 3D printing cons,
and it's like, a whole bunch of vendors and sponsors, but most important, a whole bunch of really awesome people like showing off what they're doing, like just like we're talking about right now. And it's a couple days. It's in Colorado, and it's in about a month, and it's like, I think he said there are already 1,200 people signed up. It's free to go if you're just gonna show up and be there.
I gotta check it out. It's been quite overwhelming to go in America, because like in the Netherlands, I knew everything that was going on, and just learning the scene and the places and the events and everything that's been going on is it's been quite difficult to follow, because like I checked into like the cosplay events here, and there's like 200 that happen every month. So it's so difficult to get track of. In the Netherlands, it's always like, oh, everyone's going to be at that event, everyone's going to be there. It's very, very easy to follow. So it's been quite overwhelming. And then I have like an overlap between costume making community and the 3D printing community.
Isn't that from Airplane?
Yeah, if you want to try my wigs for that.
Hey,
you're not gonna make it.
There you
I
go.
don't think you're gonna make it. But
Yeah, you don't even need to get a plane ticket. Just put on your reassemble, put all the feathers back on the wings, and just fly to
Castiel.
Colorado.
Yeah.
we got some Icarus scenes here if you want to try
There
that.
you go.
Well, Chris Screets, he says Willow needs to come to Remurf. Absolutely, that would be so awesome. So Chris is coming in from Belgium, and
wow.
he has promised some Belgium chocolates, Caleb. He said he's going to bring them. So originally I met Chris. By the way, Chris, one of my very first, if not my first Patreon subscriber, like way back in the day.
Oh, that's cool.
And he showed up at ERF 2019, and his plane got delayed and stuff. And he brought these chocolates to go to a Friday night event, but it didn't happen because his plane was delayed and stuff. I hope I'm telling the story right, Chris. And so then all of a sudden we're hanging out, and he comes down. We're all in the same hotel. It just happens to be in the same hotel. Super awesome guy. And he's like, by the way, I have these chocolates. And we're like, wait, what? So they were so good. It was great.
So
anyways,
my last name is Ferris, and that's Belgian. I have Belgian history in my family. But so if he brings Belgian chocolates and I eat one, what if it like unlocks something in me? Like I become like a Russian sleeper agent and I turn into like an assassin and I'm speaking a different language.
I don't think Belgium has assassins, honestly.
Oh.
You're not that kind of country.
Well, then they're really good if you don't know about them.
I'll just start a metal band called the Belgian Assassins. How about that?
I had a Belgian person almost take me out on the highway there, but other than that, I don't think they have any assassins.
So good.
Someone in a Mini Cooper just slides straight across all lanes.
A Mini Cooper.
Yeah, it was generally a Mini Cooper. I was pretty mad at that.
Perfect.
I love it.
Mini
I think the wingspan of your costumes is probably larger than a Mini Cooper.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They're about like 4.5 meters. So yes, so it's a span of Mini Cooper.
I'm getting my arms ready for Remurf. So we're all laughing too much. My face hurts today. So what do you work at? Like you're working on anything new or anything you can show us? I know you said you had the werewolf. You're kind of working on like a replicatable process, right? A mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything new you're showing us? I see another mask right behind you. That's pretty awesome. I've seen it on your
site. Yeah, that's not new though. It's from last year. So
yeah, that's not new. I just saw it sitting there.
Yeah, this is from the Safatun project.
I didn't notice how lightweight it was.
It is extremely lightweight.
That's
so
awesome.
like,
wow.
It's like less than 2 pounds, I think. I haven't exactly weighed it, but I did this project last summer for Bungie. They asked me to make Safatun from their game Destiny, from the new DLC. And that was a really awesome project. So they sponsored me to make this. A lot of people liked it on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube especially, and Twitter, of course. So it was really awesome to do. So like the rest of the costume is kind of like standard costume making stuff, and the mask was the fun stuff because like it's got like this moving parts and everything.
Yeah,
I love the
awesome.
like the
I got like the flashy bits on the sides and everything. So it's
what
really
I
cool.
love is that you build these masks to do motions and stuff. Like when you talk, when you move your jaw.
It just gives that extra wow factor.
Yeah.
That's what I really like about picking my projects.
So
is if it has like the opportunity for that wow factor.
Yeah. It's like so like a lot of people would just make a helmet for like a Star Wars costume.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Costume, and
people
then like
would just make a mask, and then
the Iron Man builders are the only ones that kind of like almost everybody has a moving part on their mask to make it a little bit more realistic. You're taking other costumes that aren't Iron Man costumes, but they wouldn't be they would normally typically be just kind of like a helmet or something.
Static,
and you're giving them that same kind of like added little flavor of functionality like the Iron Man.
I do like the Iron Man like costumes as well, but like it's a little bit of the same stuff. I just really like figuring out how they work it, or how, like other stuff works, and then applying it to like a project that people don't exactly expect it to work, you know.
So. Yeah, and I think when we talked about your werewolf mask last time you were on, you talked about how the lines, like the lines you ran in there, everything kind of did its own thing inside to make everything else move.
Oh,
your ears
everything has like a double function. So so it gets like I'm trying to optimize that a little better because the inside of the mask is an absolute mess. You can see it right there.
But I mean,
I love seeing the inside. of this
Yes.
stuff.
And your eyes in this one. So if you haven't seen this, everybody, I'm going to try to find it. But
So
the
you can see
eyes,
the eye hole here.
yeah. So
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
that's where you see, right?
Yeah.
Do you have to wear like a balaclava underneath or something so
Yeah,
that you're
yeah. Otherwise,
okay?
you see my face and my
Yeah.
mouth and
And
everything.
and the other thing is though, like those eyes are animatronic. They move, they blink,
Yeah, let me see
all
here.
that stuff. And
Man.
it's so
I like that
cool
you've
to
got.
see.
I like that you have the hair tied up in a little bun in the back.
Yeah, and it's because I'm trying to develop a new prototype.
Yeah.
So it's a
Just
little
keep
bit
it out of the
easier
way.
to keep it out of the
Yeah.
way. Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually took off like the big hair. I think the batteries. Oh no, I got it unplugged, but I have.
It's so good.
I think
Well,
it
while
was-
you're doing that, I just want to say, it has a friend.
Oh, nice.
Just make sure we're all
Yeah.
friends here.
Wait, which one's the costume?
Yeah, right. Oh, there you go.
So now, yeah, now.
So it
works.
scowls,
Oh,
it
man.
blinks. There you go. I love it. And
Are
then
you gonna blink for me?
ridiculous.
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
so good.
The blink is
It's
very
so good.
natural too. It's very fast.
And I love when you
Snarl.
move your mouth because that attaches
Yeah,
to your chin.
it has like an extra
Yeah,
tilt.
it
It's
like
not very
scowls
obvious.
and yeah. Oh,
That's ridiculously cool.
and it shows the gums just like if a wolf was scowling or something. It's so
No,
awesome that you
yeah.
put those little details into the work.
Yeah,
And
it gives it a little bit of extra life, and people love that stuff. So it's really cool to do.
When last time we were on, you talked about how part of your creative process, no pun intended, is that you'll see something and you'll be like, man, how does that work? And you'll try to reverse engineer it and see how you can use it into another part. And you said you had like a kind of a list of all this stuff that, if I remember right, you said you like kept track of things that you thought would be cool
I got
to
like
do.
a folder with all
Yeah.
kinds of like random moving stuff and techniques and all that kind of stuff. And every once in a while, I take a peek in there and see if it's relevant for the project that I want to do. Basically,
it's like a Pinterest board of little.
Yeah,
like,
I don't use Pinterest,
pieces of
but
meat.
like a
But
personal
Yeah,
folder.
is
on my
that and
computer,
you like
know?
to reverse engineer something and then figure it out how to do it yourself. And
Yeah, I actually got
believe-
like one of those litter pickers the other day, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's
Yeah.
$3. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna take it out, take it apart, and see how it works. Put it back together. See how I have to put it back together, and then I can use it for my own ideas, basically.
I end up
Nice.
doing that with like leather stuff or 3D printing stuff or prop stuff on Etsy. I'll just be shopping through Etsy and I'll find things that other people are making and I'll be like, oh, that's cool. I kind of want to figure out how to make that myself. And I'll add it to my shopping cart or I'll add it to a wish list. My plan isn't to buy it. It's just so that I can go back to that wish list and see what I was looking at before.
Yeah, exactly. Just bookmark it, kind of,
Mhm.
and then see how it works, and it's really cool. Yeah, absolutely.
So I have a question, and
go ahead.
like if it's something that you can't answer, I understand because I know you have to be sensitive about this kind of stuff. But when so like Bungie, so you made that costume for Bungie. When companies, video game companies or whatever, contact you to do that kind of stuff, what is it? Does it end up being for promotional material? I mean, obviously you get to keep it, but do you end up doing photo shoots for like covers or posters, or are you doing it just to generate hype? Like, what's the end goal there?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of both. Usually the video game companies are a little bit new to this process as well, of course, because all this influencer stuff really took off the last few months, basically, and the last few years. Bungie basically just contacted a bunch of cosplayers like, hey, do you want to make this costume for us? Do you want to document the process and basically post about us for a month?
Okay.
And we get a new audience. And if it's actually like creates viral content, then it creates, of course, a lot of exposure for the game as well.
Right. Because they're going to do that in relation to a new release or something.
Exactly.
So, like,
yeah.
it's
So
gonna be topical.
I get like NDA content before it gets released. And I start making the stuff when it's announced, and then hopefully you finish making it when it's released, and then that's like the perfect timeline to create that extra hype. And at the same time, I post about it almost every day, so it generates a lot of like constant attention for the game at that point.
So that gives me another question. Because this happens all the time with like toy companies and movies that are coming out and stuff. Have you ever run into a situation where they give you materials to start on a costume or a prop, and then between that and when they actually announce the thing or start releasing the thing, the design has changed, so your thing that you worked so hard on isn't accurate anymore?
I haven't had that happen, but I do ask, like, hey, is this the final design? Usually it is, because like a lot of companies don't realize that like we deal with a lot of little details. So if you change like an integral like design, like a character suddenly goes from wearing a dress to like a shirt and a pants. And for the final design, it doesn't really matter because it still has the same colors, it still has the same like flow of the design. But for a costume maker, it means you have to start over like completely. So I haven't had that happen yet. And usually the timeline is too short for it to still change that drastically.
Sure.
And it's not really a problem at that point. Also because usually they sent me like a draft to me, which is of course under NDA, and I don't start making it until they really like announce it. So because there's no point in making it before they announce it, because I can't show it and they don't get any exposure from it.
Sure.
So the best process for me is to start making it when they announce it, and at that point it's usually already a final design. And then like I can if it has changed in the meanwhile, it's usually not a big deal.
Do you end up getting to keep any of those materials once the NDA is lifted? Like, do you have any cool like exclusive like concept art or like blueprints? Or anything?
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, I can't distribute that. Of course.
Yeah, but it's
so
like
I got
cool it's like little trophies in the house, though.
Well, I get digital material usually, so
yeah, you could. Yeah, I would end up printing it.
For example, I have like the cinematic 3D model for Savathun,
yeah,
for example.
That's awesome.
I can't give that to anyone, but it's like a really high-res model.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you have stuff like this, right? And you put this together. So they contacted you. I'm assuming they contacted you.
This was my own project. So
this was your own project.
This is from like a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming you kind of in a similar vein, but without getting the commission aspect of it. I'm assuming you reposted this because of Metroid Prime Remastered coming out.
Yeah, that's because I just liked the game and I was playing the game. I was like, oh, a lot of people don't realize that I made this a couple of years ago, so it's cool to just highlight.
That's awesome.
But also, if you make like relevant posts like this, companies tend to notice you too and give you work in the future, for example.
How long does it take? Like this full suit, right? If you had to guess, how long did this take you to make?
I think this one was about 6 weeks.
Oh wow!
So a month and a half. This is a relatively like simple costume. It doesn't have a lot of details. It looks very complex.
It's all the panels though.
Yeah, it's all flat panels that are pretty easy to cut and paint.
That was a different one, but so here's another question. So you model a lot of this stuff yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone asked a little bit ago. Let's see, DBR-it. Says, do you sell your STL files or your designs at all?
It depends a little bit on the design, because some of my designs are pretty complex, and if I sell something, I also have an obligation to explain how it works and how to assemble it. So if it's a really complex design that requires like different materials and a lot of like assembly instructions, I don't tend to sell it, because like, for example, if I were to sell like the wolf mask, it is very extremely complex, and it is designed the way I set it up, the way I solder, the way I assemble my electronics.
Sure.
And I'm not gonna go and explain to everyone how those instructions work, because I know there's gonna be a lot of people who buy it and don't have the experience for me to follow it exactly, and I'm gonna get a lot of questions about it. But I do sell like a couple simple designs. Like the helmet, the pink helmet that you saw just now was a collaboration with a 3D artist.
Okay.
And we both agreed, like, hey, I'm going to make it suitable for 3D printing. I'm going to 3D print you a copy. And we're both going to sell the 3D print design.
Yeah.
So people can make their own.
That's
and it worked
awesome.
out really well, because it's just a helmet. It doesn't have like any complex bits. It's just one single print. And last Halloween, I made this demon mask, which is based around the same principles of moving masks that I always use. And it's really simple to assemble. So people can still like find and explore that design without getting stuck on it and having to email me in like masses to find out how it works, you know?
I love that you're talking about this and we have this behind you like playing
Steven.
because this is like your whole process as we go.
Yeah, so you can see there's a lot of little stuff, and this is not even half of everything that's.
And I think this is about when we had you on last, like right now.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was about the same time.
That was 2021.
Yeah.
Someone, Soph L says Diablo 4 beta was just released. Any plans to do anything with the Diablo franchise? If you can talk about it. And is one of those gaming companies you work with Blizzard? I don't know. Again, if you can talk about it.
I have worked with Blizzard in the past. It was for the Warcraft Burning Crusade Classic release. I made the Illidan cosplay for that release. I have not gotten any Diablo 4 invites, unfortunately, but I do really want to try and see if I can work on a Lilith cosplay this year. That would be awesome because to get. She has like the cool ass wings and everything going on, and she has some interesting bits that I can experiment on. So I would love to try that out, especially like it is an extra challenge to make a costume like that. And I really like taking on like new projects that give a little bit of extra challenge, a little bit of opportunity to learn new techniques and all that kind of stuff.
Jim, can you imagine if Willow did a collab of some sort with Tim O'Sullivan?
Yeah, Tim. I was just thinking in my head, Tim, or Off Access, or I mean, like any like you guys probably all know each other, but yeah, it's just crazy the amount of work that you guys put into all of this stuff. And I mean, just watching this from start to finish, it really does. It shows your like creative process as you go. You start with a shell, you start with nothing, and then you go, and then you're then you're up to this, right?
This is really one of the cool parts why I went into costume making, because like I did 3D design in college and it was kind of cool, but really creating something from nothing in real life and actually have like a tangible thing is a lot more satisfying.
And if you're watching this, when you open your mouth, you like your gums show, everything works, and the ears move, and like it's just those, like you said, those little things. I think even if I remember right, didn't you make the eyebrows move a little too?
No, they're. I thought about it in the initial like concept. Okay. I was like, I really want to have the eyebrows moving. I did that in the Mewtwo mask, but not in the Werewolf mask because basically the setup that moves the eyelids is positioned inside the eyebrows because otherwise it's going to be in front of my eyes. So it's right there.
Yeah.
And to have that part moving as well gets a little bit obfuscated, basically.
I mean, and it's just like we talked about this last time, but the level of the
so this is the Illidan collab that I did with Blizzard about 2 years ago.
What I see here is like 5 layers of amazing work on top of each other. Like you've got the prop swords. That's cool enough as it is. Somebody would make that. You've got the horns and the makeup and everything. Somebody would make that. You know, you've got the wings. Somebody would make that. But you just did all of it together as one thing.
I like this project, but they really wanted pictures, and I there's a lot about this project that you don't see because it's in a picture. Because
is that
like like the weapons are all like lighted up and animated.
They're lit up and stuff.
I'm actually wearing like really big hoof stilts as well, so like demon legs.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And like the wings move and the horns are like really big and with the big ponytail on the back and everything. And I had like UV reactive tattoos, and all that story is not told in a picture. That's like gone through Photoshop. And
is that photo taken on like an on-set location, or is that a green screen?
Yes, it's Villers Abbey in Belgium. It is an absolutely amazing location. I've done a couple photo shoots there.
That's awesome. K2 Kevin, do you go to school for design, or did you? What kind of training do you have, and where do you get a degree in badass making? Well, you start with filament clips, K2 Kevin. I mean, that's there's your start.
I think she said you went to school for CAD design,
so right? A decade ago I was out of high school. I was like doing a little bit of crafts and painting on the side, but I didn't really do anything creative. I went to university for biochem, which was completely different, and it didn't really click with me. And while I was going to college for that, I went more into games and design and 3D modeling. I started dabbling a little bit with modding and all that stuff. I was like, oh, why don't I go to college for game design basically, instead of like biochem? So I went to college for game design, and I got taught 3D modeling there, digital art, a little bit of all that, and how to integrate that into a game and game projects and all that kind of stuff. And in the meanwhile, I also continued with like the prop making on the background. So eventually, I learned enough about 3D modeling, and the 3D printing came about, and I ended up combining all that. And my college also had like a 3D printing lab, so I tried to combine all that a little bit. I took some extra courses in 3D printing and stuff. Well, extra course, I kind of just took their lab and wrote it up as school credit, and and as such, and then my when I started graduation, I worked for Jagex, which is the company behind RuneScape. I did a costume for them, and I did like the 3D design behind it, and I wrote that up as school credits as well. So that's how it kind of got together, and that's how I finished college with like a 3D printing, 3D modeling experience, and all that. And then I went into like full pro basically.
That's awesome. Well, and we
had
were
one
talking
more. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry, Caleb.
I was gonna say we had one more question. Ed C asked, you mentioned that you spent 6 weeks on the one costume, but in general, when you work on these costumes for those long periods of time, how many hours a day do you typically spend? Like, do you set hours for yourself since you do this professionally? Or
no, I sometimes work really late on a Sunday evening. I don't do anything on a Monday, and it just depends when I have the energy and motivation to work on something.
Yeah.
And right now I've been in the United States. It's been a little like it's a completely different environment, so everything's slowed down a little bit. I've had to work on the house and everything, of course. And I just figure out when I have the motivation and the energy to work on something. I have to do my store orders as well, maintain my 3D printers, and answer emails every day, stupid emails, cool emails, invitations, and all that kind of stuff. I manage it all by myself, so it's very diverse, really.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dylan G, Jim, first time catching live. Welcome. This is HotMakes. If you guys don't know, this is our Monday night show right here, usually on the HotMakes channel. And we'll get to HotMakes in just a minute. I know Justin's like, hey, don't forget HotMakes. But I got to show, I mean, like, I know this is little on the screen, but this is your Castiel wings.
Yeah, let me see if I can show you because like I have the wings in my garage right now. I forgot to show
the casual like putting the hands in the pocket and just kind of like letting the wings. That's the next level of
huge, by the way. I wish I could.
I've done so many wings over the years, and like every time they get a little bit bigger and a little bit nicer, basically. Yeah, so that's the mechanism. Let me see if I can show you.
That's so good.
Blinding you with the garage lights.
Here, let me drop this, and then we're blinded by the light.
I got the bare frame here, which is really nice for you guys.
Oh, nice.
See.
Oh, yeah.
So this is like it goes over my shoulder. I don't.
Sure.
It reminds me of.
I have it zip tied.
It reminds me of like the Iron Spider, like the Spider-Man suit with like the legs.
Yeah. I've been really like I've been looking at like a couple costumes that have like 6 wings, and I'm like, oh, can I do that?
You can.
And see, it kind of looks like a bear chicken right now.
Yeah.
I don't have a battery. I don't have the battery plugged in.
That's okay.
But you can see the frame here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So cool.
And it's all handmade, right? You developed that.
Yeah, exactly.
Are those 3D printed like linkages and stuff?
Yep, exactly. So
awesome.
I've gone through like different iterations of these 3D printed links, and you have to be really careful of like the print direction, the orientation, because otherwise it snaps really easy on the layer lines. And it's been 3D printing has been so great for costume making, because you can make all this stuff in the garage without having to rent out a CNC like metal machine or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So like it goes over my shoulders with these hooks, and then so cool. Like it goes.
And I'm assuming there's probably like a strap or something as well. It doesn't just sit there.
Sorry.
I'm assuming there's like
I can attach straps here, but for like costumes that because like the Illidan costume, for example, it has no you have no way to hide the straps. So a couple costumes, I don't wear the straps. I don't need to.
Oh, really? You just set it on your shoulders and that's it?
Yeah, it just sits on my shoulders like that. It makes it very easy to use on a convention floor. And this is also a recent addition. I added these little gas cylinders.
Oh, okay.
They're really perfect because like you can install a lighter motor, a faster motor with less power. And these gas cylinders are just going to push it out in and out with the same force, basically.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's been a lifesaver for these things, and it's going to be something I'm going to be using a lot more in my future projects.
Ed C says, sounds like you need an assistant. I'm ready if you're hiring.
You have no idea how many times I get that message. A lot of times.
I'm emailing you right now if you need it. No. So real quick, I know we want to get onto some HotMakes and check out some cool stuff.
I really want to look at this question though, because it's a good question.
Yeah. I saw the last question too. So man down. So real quick, Battle Cry says, is there a dream project that you want to do? Oh, did we lose you? I think we lost your. Hang on, you're muted.
No, I think she muted it.
I think you muted your mic.
Yeah, we don't have. Hang on.
Maybe on StreamYard.
Unmute. Wait. There we go.
Yeah, on StreamYard at the bottom of your screen, if you click that mute button.
Oh, she broke. Okay, no. In the private chat, she said you broke her headset.
Oh no. That's okay. I wonder if you can use
it's a cliffhanger. Laptop. Right when we were getting like the last question.
So, that's okay. In StreamYard under settings.
Oh, I think
there you go.
Muted itself because it's unplugged, basically.
Yeah, because you unplugged the headset.
Anyway, I did break my receiver.
Oh no!
So.
Oh.
Anyway, you can put me back online. That's okay.
Awesome. Wait, you can put you back online?
Technical mishap.
Anyway, yeah, nothing to see. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
So real quick, the question was.
Mic right now.
Oh, you sound okay. So the question was, do you have a dream project that you want to do?
Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yep.
It's not so much of a dream project because I feel like I can tackle a lot of things that I want to do. But like for a dream project, it would be really cool to do indeed like the Lilith cosplay, and also to do the I don't know if you guys know it, but like the Kerrigan Queen of Blades from StarCraft.
Okay.
And also the Arbiter from Halo. And that one's really cool, I think.
The Arbiter. Someone's doing that. Is it Aaron? I think it's Aaron. I thought another guy's doing one.
Uncle Jesse. Someone was printing like a life-size Arbiter from Halo as well, like a statue.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Let me see. Is it? I'm pretty sure it was. I know Uncle Jesse's doing a life-size something.
Yeah, he's doing a life-size Magneto, probably.
That's right, Magneto.
By that.
And let me just see. It's he does the lightsaber shop. I think his name is Aaron. I totally lost it because
all right, I'm back.
Thinking about. Hey, who's doing the life-size Arbiter?
That is Galactic Armory, Aaron.
Yeah, Black Armory. Yeah, yep. Exactly. Creature. No, not Creature. Yeah, it was something with Armory. Yeah, I've been following it on YouTube. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's huge, by the way, as well. Like, here, let's.
But they got like the mouth and then the really detailed armor that the Arbiter wears, and like all the fancy legs and everything. It's a really cool character.
Yeah, he has a life-size Master Chief too.
Yep. I've actually made like an energy sword before as well.
Cool. Yeah,
I want to get back into that project. I had some. I wasn't really happy with like how the structure was going, so I kind of like trashed it. maybe in the future I'll do another energy sword because they're really cool.
And if I remember right, this shows how big this thing is. He's like 6'7" or something like that.
The Arbiter is really big.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Aaron is. So this Arbiter,
that's what I'm saying. So like the thing is,
the
like
Arbiter is like 8 or something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That energy sword is absolutely massive.
In universe, Spartans like Master Chief are supposed to be like 9 feet tall and 2,000 pounds or something like that in armor.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a long time fan of Halo franchise. I would love to
Same
cosplay
here.
something from it.
You guys want to go through HotMakes?
Yeah, let's do some HotMakes quick.
Let's do that. All right.
Nope.
Let's go.
All right. So the first one is K2 Kevin, by the way. As Maker Deck approaches its first year as a home for makers to share their project, he came up with this pretty awesome project.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
This is $1. Well, it's a $2 bill, really, in a spool. It shows you how big this really is. It's massive.
Money bags over
exist.
Yeah, they do exist. I have a $2 bill with Michael Jordan on it. I don't know if it's worth anything or not, but
that sounds fake.
It was a thing back in the day when Michael Jordan was big. So he lit it up. This thing is phenomenal. So nice work, Kevin. This thing is monstrous.
That's so cool for like a streamer backgrounds or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Maker Deck, I'm not sure if you've seen Maker Deck. It's on Twitch. Just search Maker Deck.
I've seen it, yeah.
And people can go share whatever they're making. It's so cool. So cool. And I know Liz is with us. I saw Kevin. I don't know who else is with us, but yeah. All right, what do we got? Let's see. Fix Some Dude. New articulated print in place flexi shamrock. I know we're a little past.
Just make
but we had to
flexi.
show this.
Everything's flexi.
Everything's a flexi everything.
It's the trends, right?
Yeah. This is the flexi shamrock.
Okay.
I have an idea, Fix Some Dude. Make it bigger. Make it flexi.
Make this one 1,000%.
Make it flexi enough to go around a bottle and hold your bottle of Guinness with your flexi shamrock.
That sounds so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think
these are details.
The size that would have to be, you'd be like trying to grab something like.
I mean, it would be, Next, local maker Michigan, a little remix to add numbers in Tinkercad. Tinkercad stream the number. There we go.
It looks so trippy.
What is going on here?
It's a clock. That's
I know that.
They changed the colors and the layer height or something.
Is that a mint colored filament or is that glow in the dark?
This might be. He's with us. Let us know. Well, here, let's go see. Let's see. It's 3 colors, 8 filament swaps. Yeah.
But how do you what is that printed? It looks like it's got a texture to it though. It looks 3. Okay, no.
No, it goes. It's a little wavy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so if you open up one of those pictures, you can see the layer line.
You can see like
swapping. So it's printing flat and it's swapping colors as it's going up.
As it's going up, yeah. Like
okay,
the
that makes more sense. Oh, that's cool.
It is awesome. It's really cool.
I was just not wrapping my head around.
I don't think I would be able to read the time on it though.
Yeah, it does it kind of blends in a little bit, but I mean, like, you know what would be awesome? Glow in the dark, like make the tops of the letters glow in the dark. The top layer, that'd be awesome.
If something is glow in the dark though, it has to be exposed to light, and then like it's only glow in the dark for maybe like 30 or 60 seconds after you turn the light off. So how does that?
Well, I mean, who knows? All right, next. So I know Willow would put lights in it, and then it wouldn't matter. Yep. So this is a pretty awesome thing. This is on Instagram, OG HotMakes, and this is like old school cars here. It's so hard to show because I can't expand it. I hate that. But these are actually like little gas powered cars, and they get them running.
That's cool.
That's so cute.
And then let's see. Here we go. Little gas power. I wish I could expand this. They're on a line, so they clipped it to a line, and this is a giant circle.
So this can go drive really fast.
Oh yeah, it's a giant circle, and then he gets it going.
Wait.
And then there you go.
So there's a line in the middle that keeps it steering.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
It's so fast.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour.
That is so cool.
But it's stuff like this that was like the grandfather to our making that, in the current times, right? People just made, like, let's just throw a gas, RC car engine and a little line car, and it's so cool.
There are some model railroaders that actually make. Oh, geez, sorry,
I've been looking at like the RC cars that people do nowadays. They go crazy fast now. I'm like, I don't need another hobby, but that's crazy cool.
There are some model railroading clubs that make like it's actual little either coal or wood fire on the inside. It's actually boiling and making the water and making steam for the little
steam
locomotives.
Trains. Yeah.
It's
like
awesome.
Originally they put like the little tea lights inside the little car, and then
it's so good.
Makes like the little engine go.
That's so awesome.
Big Jano, I guess this is a way of saying that he will be at Remurf. Yes.
Is this an announcement?
Yeah, well, it was
an
when
announcement
it got posted, but he printed. Boom! Look at that. Remurf 2023.
Congratulations.
That's cool for like a badge or something on your shirt.
Yeah, and I think I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I believe this model is out there now for free, hopefully, because I know they asked for it. But the nice work, Big Jano, and we can't wait to see you, man.
Also, always love me the Atomic Filament. I'm an Atomic Filament fanboy.
Yeah, there you go.
Good company.
Candy Apple Golden Pearl. Dennis Crawford used to have an airplane like this. Yeah, those the line airplanes are awesome. I saw some people flying.
I only know like
so cool.
the little flying pigs that go like this.
Yeah.
Is an airplane on a string just a kite with a motor?
Yeah. They also have like flying pigs on a string like
but
that.
You actually can like control. You can control it, and you can actually do tricks and all sorts of. It's kind okay. It's a kite with a motor. With a gas motor sometimes too, or something electric.
Oh, so it's a danger. It's a kite that can explode. Is what
it's a danger kite. Dun, dun, dun. I need to get it on the website. And yes, Atomic Filament. Let's see. It may be in possession of the Remurf team. Nice. So release that bad boy, Justin. We want to be able to print this. All right. Lightspeed. This is available on Patreon. It's a secret stash sad daisy pot. There you go. So there's your secret stash sad daisy part. This middle part like all pulls up and you can put something in there. Whatever you want. Something sad, because it's a sad daisy pot.
That's cute.
Duh.
Or something that makes you happy when you're sad.
Yes.
Hey, no.
All right. Next.
Sorry, my cat's being
there's somebody under Caleb's desk, and I'm not sure what he's doing.
No, it's a cat.
I'm not a cat.
I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
Yeah, I'm not a cat.
I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
Here's a painted resin print of the flutist and dragon together, modeled in Blender and printed on the Elegoo Saturn. Boom! Look at that.
I've seen the dragon before. I think I have not seen that yet. It's another one. That's pretty.
That's so cool.
I could never do something this detailed, so I just make it in real life. I just make it real scale. Don't have to scale.
You're like, listen, if it's tiny, I can't paint it, but I'm gonna build it full scale. I can do that.
Just make the details bigger, and then they're not as many. It's not.
They're not as detaily. Yeah. Exactly.
I love it. All right, what we got next, Caleb? This is a snippet from yesterday's video. I was apparently Mario Jim.
You were what?
I was Mario Jim.
Oh, Mario Jim. Okay, yes, you were.
Justin, hope to interact with you at Remurf. Chris says yes. Nice paint job. Thanks. I painted the hat myself. No, I'm just joking. So if you didn't see yesterday's video, yes, it was another desk video, and I may or may have not got on it and wrote it all the way up. But I have been told in the comments of that video that might void the warranty. So don't do it. But I had to try it. Come on.
You're right.
All right. Next.
Fantastic. You'll get the joke if you watch the video.
Happy birthday. Yes, watch the video. Subsector 3D. Happy birthday.
Cool.
Happy birthday, Subsector 3D.
Happy,
thanks.
Oh wait, I have. I think I have. Yeah.
And thanks
There you
to
go.
Fix'em Dude for all the birthday models. There you go. There you
Love
go.
it. That looks cool. I wonder. It looks like it might be like actual combat size too. Like if you put a magnet on it, you could put it on your shirt.
There you go. I like it.
I like it.
So Justin says you can find him. He'll be wearing one of the 3 organizer shirts. Wait a minute. Do I get an MC shirt? Is that
No.
a thing?
No.
Well, they want me to wear something.
So what you don't know is that we're being invited out, but you're not actually going to have any kind of like official event like iconography on your body. They're just going to hand you a microphone. They're never going to turn the microphone on. And when people are like, "Who's this guy?" They're going to be like, "I don't know, dude. He just walked up with a microphone. He thinks he's running the place." Like,
so what you're saying is like normal.
yeah.
All right, next. Let's see. K2 Kevin. Speaking of that, here you go. It's the peeping dead.
Oh,
What?
It is Flexi Peeps. Clearly with a Walking Dead background, but it's a phenomenal Flexi
Beautiful.
Peeps.
I love it.
Absolutely magnificent.
Here you go. There's the Flexi Peeps.
Those are cute.
Oh,
They are cute.
I feel like you can eat them, but
You got the
unfortunately you
peeps
can't.
and the bunnies. I like that.
love it. They do look like they could be eaten,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
always
I mean,
Yeah.
Got
PLA.
to get these flexi prints on a food printer.
Yeah.
See how that works. Like a chocolate printer.
and I want a VIP shirt. That's funny. All right, let's see. What else we got? Oh, this
real
was
quick,
funny. Fix some dude.
real quick,
Speaking of, yeah.
I gotta say something. For some reason, there's something about your post. So on my personal Twitter account, I have my age in there, so it doesn't do this to me. But on the HotMakes Twitter account, there's no age put in there, so it censors your post, telling me that it includes potentially sensitive content. I don't know. I don't know what's sensitive in this.
I mean, my Mewtwo costume gets flagged for sensitive content too because of the color. Like it looks like it's just naked. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
It constantly gets flagged for sensitive content on Twitter.
So the fun part is though, Fix 'em Dude, this is a fancy joke because I thought of this when I was editing the video, but I thought no, we might be putting Titanic footage in there. So thank you for making this joke.
Yeah. So fix him, dude. Oh man, that was awesome, and nobody has ever looked at me like this. So I just want to throw that out there. No.
apparently,
Leonardo
DiCaprio does.
Yeah. All right. Next, last but not least, Tripod. He's here with us.
We do have one more actually.
Hydro. I saw that. I saw it. I got it up. Hydro graphics on 3D printed parts. This is super cool. He hydro dipped his death racer, his battle racer, whatever we're calling him today, and it's a really cool way of doing it. It's a really cool way of getting some awesome graphics on any models you're doing. And spoiler alert, he uses a toilet. A toilet. He can hydro.
Wait, does he
dip.
really?
Yeah.
That's
You gotta watch the video.
You can just flush the rest of it.
Are you? No, I haven't watched the video. Are you serious?
You gotta watch the video. Hey,
I gotta watch it. I think it's a really interesting the technique. I've never tried it.
That's
before.
not a. No, that's a bucket. That's not a toilet. It's a bucket.
He's laughing. It's a bucket. It's a toilet.
It's a bucket, right?
No.
It looks like
It can be a toilet.
Yeah, it could be.
No, you're absolutely.
Tell me, tripod. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever used a toilet to hydro dip your parts? Let's see what he says. He's in the chat. All right, but it's such a.
I don't want to hear you say the word toilet ever again. In my
toilet. How do you say it? Toilet.
What you're saying is TULLET. That's what you're saying.
It isn't just a bucket though. See? Huh? It looks awesome though. Seriously, the hydro dips that he did look really cool.
Very cool results.
And then we have one more today. This is just put out by Ethan's dad. This is Chat GTP right a limerick about cosplayer Willow Creative.
Hey, oh my god, dude. What did you just say? Did you just say limerick? Are you serious?
Limerick.
It's a limerick.
It's a limerick.
A
couple episodes ago, we were looking at flowers and he said peony instead of peony. And I still can't get that out of my head. A limerick. You are fantastic.
I mean,
You're
I
a national
would
treasure.
probably say peony. I don't know.
Peony.
Sometimes I get like one of these English words because my native language is Dutch, of course.
Right.
So
right. That's a good excuse.
Like words that I've never heard before. But
that's a good
I've
excuse.
Written before.
Jim, how long have you been speaking English? Timothy?
Apparently
not
long
secretly
enough.
English.
Is it your first language?
So it's no. Well, I can laugh because someone says the list grows battle cry. So there's people keeping a list of weird stuff I say, including my wife, by the way. Yeah. So anyways, remember, I just want to throw it out there that Angus from Maker's Muse also said peony. Because that's what he would say.
That doesn't make it okay.
Where's he from, Jim? Where's he from? It's not a different language, but it's still a different country.
All right. Okay. You post. You go ahead and read this, Caleb.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
your limerick.
Oh, do we need like a? Hang on. We need music. I don't know that I have music for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we all like snap, or how do trendy people?
Oh, what is that called?
I don't know, but we're over time. I don't want to keep Willow too long. Come on.
I'm not gonna read this. You read it.
What?
Don't put me on the spot like that.
Don't put me.
No, because then I'm gonna mispronounce. No, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get me to read something on the spot, so I'll mispronounce something, and then you can get back at me.
The only word you can mispronounce here is strife, so you're good.
Strife.
There once was a cosplayer named Willow whose skills were truly hard to swallow. She brought characters to life with her talent and strife, and her costumes were always on the follow.
That's cool.
Thank you.
I don't know how. Yeah. Maker Muse is Australian. Yes. So that's awesome. ChatGPT knows who you are. Well, at least knows who Willow Creative is. So that's pretty cool. And nice work, Marcus, for throwing that out there. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Thank you. That was cool. Yeah.
Let's see. I got to tag her though. You didn't tag her in it. Come on.
No, I've seen it. I think it was tagged.
Boom. Oh, maybe it was. Now I tagged you again. All right, we're about ready. We are over time. I apologize for that. But before we go, one more time. Who are you? What do you do? Where can we find you? That's a big one.
Okay, yeah. So I'm Willow Creative, and you can find me on YouTube now as well. I've not used YouTube in a while, but I've been re-uploading stuff there, and it's been fun on YouTube. You can find me as Willow Creative on Instagram as well, and TikTok now too, and Facebook, Twitter, all the big platforms basically. And I post almost every day on what kind of like random stuff I'm making or doing. And yeah, check it out there, and you can find out what I'm up to every day.
Awesome. Well, we are super honored that you came back. It's been a couple years, almost 100 episodes since we've had you on. So maybe next time, now that you're closer to us, it won't be so long. But we definitely appreciate you coming on.
It's much appreciated.
Yeah, and you guys are still going strong, so that's really awesome. And I've been it's really nice to see what new stuff we got going in the last few years between the first time and now. So
yeah,
somebody posted.
We appreciate.
I think it was MakerDeck. The MakerDeck crew posted earlier asking what kind of things inspire you or motivate you to keep making cool things, and of course, like I think I commented from the HotMakes account, but like seeing other people doing cool stuff is what keeps us fueled. So like having this show every Monday night and seeing what other people are working on, but then also having guests like you who are doing things that are just above and beyond most things that we see is just, that's what keeps us going, you know?
Yeah, exactly. There's just so many people all over, and like all these thousands of people making cool stuff is always something new or interesting there that motivates you and gives you that energy to work on something that gives you like an idea. So
absolutely. And every time you post Like seriously, you're all of a sudden like a week we'll look at Willow's website or Instagram or something, and you're like, she's working on that now, like, and it could be just
I'm not very
like
structured.
well, I mean, it's like it could be just the I see what you're doing there. It could be just like the beginning of a project, and it's like, where's this gonna go? You know, because you take stuff and you kind of do this, and the end game.
Yeah, I just throw it out there and see where it goes. Yeah.
I mean, when you're done with your stuff, it's better than stuff that's probably used on the screen. So like, that's just amazing. Real quick, so everybody else out there, coming up next week, we have Uncle Jesse. Clayton will be joining us. That'll be a lot of fun. In 2 weeks, we have Sean, 3D Print General. He's going to be with us. And then April 10th, the Remurf crew will be back. We're going to talk about Remurf, which will be, in that case, like 10 days away. So,
and I think we have
13 days away.
Yeah, so that's that. So April 10th, and then the week after that is April 17th. And I don't know that we have anybody lined up for that yet. So I'm thinking about asking Daryl if he wants to come on.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. I love his stuff. We always talk a lot about crafting.
Which, by the way, Jim, you lied to me. He hasn't been on the show before.
What?
Because I commented, I said, "Hey, we got to get you back on the show." He's like, "Back? It'll be my debut."
He was on.
I thought he was on too. That's
it. I'm going back through episodes. Everybody else, thank you guys so much. Willow, hang out. We'll be right back with you. Everybody else, we will see you next week right here, 6 p.m. on HotMakes. Don't forget, find the cool stuff out there, especially on Twitter. Hit that hashtag with HotMakes, as you see on the bottom of the screen right now, and we will get notified. We'll get it in a show coming up, and we appreciate every one of you. I challenge you all that are here. Go tag one thing this week. Let's see all the cool stuff we can do. Doesn't matter what maker genre, but that's a challenge. One hot make this week tagged from a different creator. Let's see what you guys come up with. Everybody else, have a great week. Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Willow,
on Monster
thank you
Live.
again. Thank you
Have
again.
a good evening.
Yeah. We'll be right back with you. Everybody else. Bye.